Hello, in today's video we'll be replacing the spark plugs on this 2003 Honda Civic. First thing, we'll start by removing this cover using a flat blade screwdriver. All you gotta do is use a screwdriver to rotate the clip 90 degrees. And now we can just pull the cover upwards and it should just slide off. And now to remove the coils, you'll need to use a 10mm socket plus a ratchet to loosen the nut that's holding each coil. Once you get the nut removed, pull up on the coil a little bit so you can have a little more space to remove the connection attached to the coil. All you gotta do is push down on this tab as you pull back on the connector, and once you got it off, you can completely remove the coil. And we can repeat these same steps for the next 3 coils. Cylinder 3 is off. Now 2's off. And finally cylinder 1. And now for the spark plugs. For this we'll want to use a 5/8 spark plug socket. What makes it a spark plug socket? Well, it has a little rubber insert that holds the spark plugs so it doesn't fall back down as you remove the spark plug. I'm using a 6-inch extension attached to the socket. All we gotta do is slide it down till you feel it grab the corners of the spark plug, place the ratchet on it, and turn counterclockwise. Once it's loose, you can remove the rest by hand. And once you feel it off the threads, pull the spark plug out. As you can see, the spark plug is oil soaked, but I have a video I did last week that shows why they are this way. But if you find yours looking this way, you may have a problem with your spark plug tube seals. Well, let's continue on to cylinder number 3, repeating the same process. And now cylinder number 2. And finally cylinder number 1. And for this vehicle, I'll be using these NGK Iridium spark plugs, which come already pre-gapped, but you always want to check the spark plug gap anyways, just to make sure. You want the gap to be anywhere between 0.039 and 0.044, which you can see falls at about 0.039, which is good. Let's check the remaining 3. These NGK spark plugs also have a special coating which can be installed without the use of any anti-seize. We can now go ahead and begin reinstalling the spark plugs. When installing them, you want to make sure you install the spark plug by hand as to avoid damaging the threads on the cylinder head. Once you get them down as much as you can, tighten them with the ratchet. And you'll want to repeat this for the next 3 cylinders. And now for the final one. And now to torque down the spark plugs. I tightened these to about 15 foot-pounds. And now that the spark plugs are torqued, we can reinstall the coils plus the nut. When tightening the nut, just tighten the nut snug. It doesn't need to be that tight. And now finally the cover plus rotating the clips to lock in place. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please click that like button to support my video and channel. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell.